What's up, dudes? I'm the Dominicator, and in this video I'm going to hypnotize you to become a Jock Pop. As in all of my videos, you'll be commanded to leave a comment at the end while hypnotized, so go ahead and log into an account that you can use for that. Mute any distractions, and continue when you're ready to get hypnotized. Alright, dudes, so to begin, look at the pocket watch in front of you. And as you look at the pocket watch, the more that you do, and the more that you listen to the sound of my voice, the more that you feel a wonderfully heavy and a mind-melting feeling from it. The feeling of each and every word dripping and dropping down on top of your mind, and has such a wonderfully and mind-melting feeling. A wonderfully mind-melting feeling that just causes all of your thoughts and cares and worries just to melt away. And just melt away, and then the more that they melt away, the more that you feel an energy and an intensity that begins to well up inside of your body. And an energy that begins to build up inside of your body, even more with each and every passing moment and each and every word. You feel even more and more in touch and in tune with your body as the mind-melting feeling from the sound of my voice begins to take hold over you. And the more that this happens, the more that you also feel a wonderful pleasantness about him, a wonderful pleasantness of the feeling of the sound of my voice just melting away in your thoughts. You don't have to think about anything at all as you just listen to the sound of my voice. You don't want to think about anything at all as you listen. And all that you have to do is just to continue to gaze right at the pocket watch. And the more that you do, and the more that it swings back and forth, the more that it feels as if it is just shaking out all of the cares and worries and stresses and tensions just right out of you. And the more that that sound of my voice melts away any and all of your thoughts. And the more that you can also begin to feel little bits and pieces, parts and traces of the Jock Pop mentality as it begins to settle into you. And in a moment, in a little while, I'm going to click my fingers together, and I'll say the word sleep. And when I do, then you'll drop down, collapse down all the way into such an even deeper and a more relaxed, more passive, and more obedient state, just like a Jock Pop. And you'll go down into such a wonderfully relaxed and mind-melted state of sleep that you won't have to think about anything at all as you just soak in the suggestions and the commands that I'll give you as you go about your transformation into even more of a Jock Pop for your master. Now that all just feels so good, the thought and the idea of just falling into such a wonderfully relaxed, profoundly relaxed and a mind-melted state, in which you feel yourself turning and twisting, morphing, shifting, and shaping into a Jock and a Pop for your master. That idea just feels, and it seems just so good, so wonderful, so relaxing, so alleviating that you can already feel a calling and a pulling, and drawing, a magnetic feeling that begins to pull and to draw your mind and your body into it. And in a moment when I click my fingers together and I say the word sleep, then in that click of my fingers, that word sleep will just collapse on top of you just like a ton of bricks and take you all the way down in that instant. And as you go down, as you drop down in that instant, you'll feel such a wonderfully pleasant, a tickling and a tingling feeling that courses and that washes all throughout your body and all throughout your mind. It will just feel so good that it'll be all you want to do is just to sleep now. Sleep. As you fall down, as you drop down, as you just go down and trickle down even more into that relaxed and passive and obedient state. It just feels so good as you take in, as you soak in that awesome, wonderful, warm and masculine and dominant tone and texture from the sound of my voice. It just feels so good having such an awesome and powerful and dominant and masculine alpha male master. And it tells you exactly what it is that you need to do, exactly what it is that you need to think in order to change, to transform into even more of a Jock Pop. That just feels so good that it becomes exactly what you'll do now. As you just take in, as you just sink into the suggestions and the commands that I'll give you, You can already feel a little bit of puppiness, and a dog-like feeling that begins to take hold of you, and it begins to take shape inside of your mind and inside of your body. You can already feel a feeling of yourself changing and morphing, twisting, turning, transforming into even more of a dog. And as that happens, then you have the distinct feeling of having a powerful, dominant, and masculine alpha male master who is doing this to you. And that just feels so awesome, that just feels so good. And then you can already feel the transformation as it happens, as you begin to take on even more of a puppy-like mentality, just wanting to follow and to obey your master. There's something about it that just feels so good, so wonderfully and tail-waggingly happy. And that and the thought of any and all of the activities that you'll do in the course of becoming even more of a jock for your master, as you'll be turning into a jock pup for your master. And it just fills you with a feeling, such a wonderful feeling of anticipation and excitement for all of the awesome activities that you'll do as a jock pup for your master. And you can already just imagine, you can already just see in your mind's eye exactly what it would feel like and what it would be like to go into the gym or to begin a workout, an awesome and a powerful and intense workout, a muscle pumping workout that just makes you feel so good and so strong. You feel little bits and pieces and parts of that vision as they trickle down, drop down, as they drip down into you, and as they become a part of you, they drip down into the muscles of your body. You feel a swelling feeling in the muscles of your body. They just feel like they're getting even bigger and even stronger now with each and every passing moment, as you imagine doing that workout, as you imagine doing all the different exercises that make all the muscles in your body even bigger. And you might imagine doing push-ups or chest presses, and doing sit-ups or other ab exercises, and doing squats. And in all of the exercises that you imagine doing, as you imagine doing them, you can feel the good and the positive feeling of the strength and the intensity as it just rushes through you, as it just courses through you, and it just feels so good. It just feels so good, and as it rushes and as it courses through you, you feel yourself turning and morphing and shifting and shaping into even more of a jock pup for your master. There's something about the idea of working out that just makes you so happy. It's a command given to you by your master for you to follow and to obey. And as you do, each and every single repetition of each and every single set of each and every single exercise, you have that awesome and wonderful feeling of following and obeying your master. That just feels so good. That just feels so good. It becomes exactly what you want to do. That becomes exactly what you want to do, as well as all of the other activity that lies ahead of you. The cardio and the activity that's good for your body, for your circulation, for your heart. And it's just like going on a walk or a run or a little play session with your master. Anytime that you do any kind of cardio, you have a distinct feeling of being there with your master, with an awesome and powerful, dominant, masculine alpha male master who tells you exactly what it is that you need to do in order to get into a better state of body, a better state of mind, and a better state of obedience to your master. Well, that just feels so awesome. That just feels so good. You have that distinct feeling with you whenever you do any kind of activity that it is an order given to you by your master. And as you fulfill it, you have the awesome, wonderful, happy feeling of purpose, knowing that you are following, that you're obeying the commands of your master. And that just feels so good. That just feels so awesome that it becomes exactly what you want to do. And not only that, but you have the feeling of turning even more into a jock pup for your master. All of the little things, all the little experiences that come with being a pup, you can feel them. You can feel them even more, and you can feel even more a feeling of connection to your master as you become even more of a jock pup. And it all just feels so good, and it all just feels so awesome that the more that it happens, and the better and better that you feel about it, the easier and easier that it becomes. It becomes a second nature to you. Well, you can even feel as it begins to be, as it begins to swirl right around your vocal cords, the sound of a bark of a dog that soon when I click my fingers together, it will just come right out of you. It will just leap right out of your throat, just like a frog. And when it does, you'll feel a wonderfully happy and intensely tingly and tickly feeling that just travels all the way through you and all the way around your body, all the way around your mind. It will just feel so good following and obeying your master as your master commands you to bark. And in a moment, when I click my fingers together and I say that word bark, then that bark will just leap right out of your throat. It will just feel so good as it happens. It will just feel so good that it will just reinforce itself even more with each and every single bark, with each and every single bark as you bark now. And with each and every single time that you bark, you just have that awesome, that wonderful feeling, a tickly and tingly feeling that courses and washes all through you as you just bark for your master, and you feel even more like a jock pup for your master, and that's good. That's good. That just feels so good. And you have an awesome feeling of that strength, of an awesome feeling of masculinity, of a kind of dominance over the weights and the weightlifting and overactivity that fills you right now. A swelling feeling of your muscles getting even bigger. There's something about it that just makes you want to flex, but only once I click my fingers together and I say that word flex. Will you flex your muscles, and as you flex those muscles, you'll feel even more of that awesome energy, that awesome and masculine dominant energy, as it just pours through you, through your mind. And with each and every single time that you do flex, and you'll feel an even greater feeling of confidence in being a jock pop for your master. That just feels so good as you flex. That just feels so good. That just feels so awesome. That feels so awesome as you flex even harder. And as you change positions, as you flex even more muscles. That just feels so awesome. That just feels so good. And it feels even better now as you just relax, as you relax your body, as you relax your mind, as you fall down, drop down, sink down, and float down even more into an even deeper state of sleep for your master. And now that just feels so good. Being and becoming even more of a jock pop. You feel as the essence of a jock pop, as it trickles down, drops down, and drips down onto your mind, and all through your body. You feel an intense desire and a motivation to want to work out even more. You feel an intense desire and a motivation to want to show off even more, to want to flex your muscles even more. An intense desire to just want to take your shirt off, to flex your muscles, to work out even more, to feel and experience that pump, and then the rising feeling of confidence that comes with being even more and an even better jock pop for your master. And you feel that feeling each and every single time that you flex your muscles, and also each and every single time that you follow any kind of a command of your masters, such as when you bark for your master. And that just feels so good. That just feels so awesome, being force compelled, dominated to be an even more of a jock pop for your master as you bark for your master. That just feels so good. That just feels so good. Now though, in a moment's time, I'm going to count you all the way up from 1 to 5, and as I do, then you'll feel a lifting, a rising, floating feeling that will take you back up into the waking world, into a nice and half awake and half asleep state. And while you're in that nice and half awake and half asleep state, then you're going to leave a comment for me that says, "Yes, master, I am your jock pop master." You'll leave a comment for me that says, "Yes, master, I am your jock pop master." And when you leave that comment, then it will become the absolute and complete and total truth that you'll feel the awesome feeling of being and becoming a jock pop, and having the feeling of your transformation into a jock pop being complete. And that will just feel so awesome. That will just feel so good as the good feelings just surge and course all throughout you. Well, now then, beginning with 1, as you feel the lifting, rising, floating feeling now. 2, coming up even more, and feeling even better as you do. And 3, already halfway there, just feeling so great now. 4, almost all the way back up now. And 5. Alright, dudes, Check out dominicator.com to schedule an appointment with me to get hypnotized. Check you later, dudes.